Hey guys, Dino DVD here, and let's just see what's going on here. That might look familiar to some of you. The little symbol indicates the Criterion Collection, which means a Criterion Collection movie is about to load in. I'm going to watch this afternoon. All the kids are out, my wife is out, so it's a perfect opportunity for you to watch it on the 52-inch screen. And my guess is it's going to kick in momentarily. Looking forward to this one. This is Tess. We're looking forward to watching this one. Roman Polanski. So let me take a look at this and let you know. You can't really see that menu, can you? Huh. Odd. The menu you can't read, but trust me, it says movie timeline chapters and supplements. This is the Blu-ray, so I'm going to be watching this, and I'll get back to you with my thoughts on Tess, the movie, Tess, the package that Criterion put together, the video elements, the sound, the movie itself, and anything on the extras that I happen upon as I go through this. So I'm going to grab a cup of coffee, settle back, watch this fantastic movie, and I'll get back to you. So it's going to be Tess on the Criterion Collection. Well, hey guys, Dino DVD here, sitting with my Criterion Collection and the rest of my collection, or a lot of my collection anyway. Actually, it's about a third of my collection, believe it or not. It's scary. I got some here that you can't see in front of me, a pretty good sized rack there, maybe 100, another 100 that way, and then downstairs in the living room, this is the bedroom, I've got probably another, I don't know, 200 or 300, quite a lot. I think it's approaching 1,000 now, maybe a little over that, but I'm not ashamed of it, but it is getting tough to find places for it. In fact, I just gave one away to somebody today who was leaving town, and I felt like Criterion was just the right thing to give that person, and that's what I did. And I actually felt really good. It feels good to give to folks who will appreciate it. So today I want to talk about something I just watched and something that I really enjoyed, and that is Tess, Roman Polanski's Tess. This is the Blu-ray and DVD version, both combined here. The light's a little bright, but you get the idea. 171 minutes, 1979 film. Lots of cool extras on this one, including a making of, some interviews with Roman Polanski and Natasha Kinski, as well as the executive producer. There's a trailer. There's a nice booklet in here and so on. Really nice film. Let me talk about this film a little bit. As many as you probably know, I am a sucker. I'll get you a good look at the cover. I'm a sucker for films that are sad. Don't ask me why. I just am. It seems to be in my blood. So I really have a liking for films like Tess, which start out sad and just get sadder. I don't know what it says about me. I don't know what it says about my movie taste, but I am not necessarily one that needs the happy ending. They're kind of cliche, and I've seen it before. So when I see something that says this is sad, now we don't know. In a lot of cases, in a lot of movies, we don't know how they end. In this one, we do know how it ends, and it ends sadly. Tess is a poor girl from what appears to be a poor family. Her father finds out that their last name, the Darvinvilles, might just be, I'm sorry, the D'Urbervilles, not the Darvinvilles, the D'Urbervilles, could be related to nobility, or the landowning class, the rich class, and in fact is in some fashion. He sends her off, and her mother sends her off to meet with her cousin, or alleged cousin, and see if they can't get them a better place in life through being part of this class. Well, it turns out her cousin kind of bought the name, kind of a nouveau riche, and they came across some money and decided to buy this D'Urberville name to give themselves some class and some ability. He falls hard for Tess, and he is sort of a controlling guy. He the type of guy, kind of a snaky guy. You've seen him before. kind of always like right there hovering and telling her how beautiful she is, and he's considerably older than she is. Not that that's a huge issue necessarily, but she's not interested. She first of all thinks that it's her cousin, and even aside from that, because in those days that wasn't necessarily unheard of, especially in the noble classes. But she's not that interested in him anyway, and you can see why. He's kind of a snaky character. He's not a real nice guy. He preys on her. He's harping over her all the time, kind of hovering. Seems to come out of nowhere a lot of times. And he, at one point, rescues her from a situation and then takes advantage of her. And that kind of changes her life in a lot of ways. You got to imagine this nobility class and this poor class and so on. But despite all that, there's still a certain sense of dignity that the poor class had, that the rich class also had. And so when he takes advantage of her, such that he does, it in many ways ruins her. You know, her virginity is gone, her purity is gone, perhaps her innocence is gone as well. And it changes Tess pretty dramatically. She goes on to meet somebody else, and falls in love. But I said I had a sad ending, and I'm not going to spoil it, but I do want to say this. Roman Polanski and the cinematographers on this movie did an outstanding job, and the transfer on this dual format edition is just beautiful. It's got a pastoral look. It's got just the right amount of grain, so you know you're watching a movie and not something on television. It's clear. It's sharp. The sound is good. It's got 5.1 surround sound. It's a 2.35 aspect ratio, so it's going to look great on your television set, your widescreen television set. It's got Natasha Kinski, who, to my mind, is gorgeous in this movie. This just gives you a little bit of I can't recreate how good this looks on the screen, and this lighting's not probably doing it the most. But the grass is beautiful. It's got a yellowish tint to a lot of the scenes because they filmed at dusk, which is one of the harder times to film for a director. You only get so much light. In fact, he filmed the entire opening scene at dusk. This opening scene right here, it was filmed at dusk. So you get that orangey light and that sky that's just right. He had to film for multiple days to get this because he had to get that lighting just right. There's a look at Natasha Kinski in the booklet. Beautiful girl. She was only 17 years old, I think, when she made this. 20 years old, something like that. Very young. Interestingly enough, and somebody pointed this out on when I did the unboxing, and I apologize, I can't remember who said this, but she pointed out that, I do remember it was a female viewer, she pointed out that the movie Tess was originally written for Sharon Polanski, or Sharon Tate, as she's more commonly known. Sharon was an actress, of course, married Roman Polanski, and was expecting his baby. She left Paris, where they were living, to come home to California to have the child. She was 9 months pregnant, or just about 9 months pregnant. And a week and a half after she left Paris, she was killed by the Charles Manson family members, some of them anyway, who went to that house late at night and stabbed Sharon Tate and her unborn child to death. So the movie's dedicated to Sharon, which says something, and the role was supposed to be played by Sharon originally. Sharon had given Roman the book as she left to go have the baby, and she had been reading it right up until the time she left Paris. And so Roman was left with this book, Tess of the Durbanvilles, by Thomas Hardy, and wanted to finish this movie, wanted to make this movie, and looked hard. Luckily, he found an executive producer who just wanted to work with Roman. Didn't care on what, and they happened to have this novel. It was a good novel, certainly a famous novel, and he wanted to make it. So he made the movie with Roman, and it's just a gorgeous movie. I can't recommend it highly enough. It's in color. It's in English, for those of you who are particular about those things. Just a gorgeous look at the countryside, the people, the times, and a one-woman struggle to make it in a world where innocence doesn't last and true love is something that's hard to hold on to. I highly recommend Tess by Roman Polanski. The extras are fantastic. The interviews, the kind of the looking back segments, and so on, really nice. There's some wonderful interviews. Um, I can't recommend it enough. One of the better releases in my mind this year from the Criterion Collection. It's Tess. Get a chance, check it out. That's it for now, guys. Thank you. DM DVD. I'm out.